Greetings, folks. This is Mason Weaver, and welcome to another segment of Stay Right or Be Left. Today is really interesting. Today is the 7th of January, and last night my granddaughters and my wife and myself were in Bible studies. We try to do that every day. Every day. And we were talking about different things in Scripture, and it came up about the Koran, and I mentioned that these two congresswomen, the first Muslim elected, blah, 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 blah. The left loves to celebrate anything that would trap the American culture. And mentioned that this one lady, I guess her name was Talab, congresswoman, the one that said she's going to impeach that MF Trump. That one. She mentioned she's going to be sworn in on Thomas Jefferson's Koran. Thomas Jefferson had a copy of the Koran. Boy, what breaking news. And the notion was that Thomas Jefferson had the Quran because he loved Islam or was interested in Islam or found some value in Islam, and therefore he had a copy. And the 6,500 books that he gave to the Library of Congress after the British burned down our library was included with the Quran. And therefore, Keith Ellison swore on the Quran. He said Thomas Jefferson supported the Quran, interested in the Quran. Right between the lies, the truth. Thomas Jefferson, there was no indication that Thomas Jefferson respected, cared for, included any information that was positive about the Quran or out of the Quran. It was pretty clear that Thomas Jefferson considered the Islamic states of the Ottoman Empire, which we call the Ottoman Empire, really is a Muslim radical extremist terrorist group, similar to the ones we have today, have never changed from the ones today. And that group was pirating and extorting money from countries around the world. Sounds familiar. Sounds a little bit like Somalia, where they would grab ships and hold them in hostage and demand tribute from other nations. And they did that over and over again. And Thomas Jefferson was an emissary of America in Europe. He tried to warn Congress about this upcoming threat of the Islamic movement, the radical Islamic terrorist movement, and they did not believe in him. So they demanded America pay 1/6 of their national debt, their national income, to these terrorist groups. And Thomas Jefferson believed in not a penny for tribute, but put your money in defense. And he finally convinced him and other people who influenced the United States government to build a military, to build a navy, and to go in and join other countries, American-led coalition against Islamic radicalism. Sound familiar? George Bush, Gulf War I and II. Sound familiar? Leading a national worldwide coalition against the enslaving Islamic people that enslaved millions, that brought black people out of Africa in slavery, who still enslave black people today in Africa. This woman declares Thomas Jefferson's Quran. And also she lied because she didn't do it on the Quran. She did it on another copy of the Quran. She did not include Thomas Jefferson's. But my granddaughter thought that I should do a video on this because she said, Grandpa, a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people get their news and information from stern-faced commentators on TV that produce the news their way and tell you their way, and you never go and double-check. The Marine theme. The Marines were built. The Marines were built to confront Islamic terrorism. They were built for that. The first United States naval vessel, United States, came into existence for the facing threat of pirates in the Barbary Coast. The Shores of Tripoli that you see in Marine theme song was based on the fact that we had to go onto the land because just blockading and defending our ships was not enough. We had to go in and destroy the social structure that built and maintained these terrorist pirates on the sea. And we led other nations. Even though we were a young, fledgling country ourselves, we led because we knew that freedom had to be defended and slavery had to be confronted. And yes, I'm a black man in America talking about slavery in America because slavery The end of slavery started in the hearts of man who knew that freedom had to be for everybody. So you can put your hand on the Koran all day long and raise that little other hand up and pledge your allegiance if you wish. But history has taught me as a black man that the Koran is the book of slavery and that the people who support it supports slavery. And I'm going to tell you the difference between the Koran and the Bible. I'm going to tell you the difference between Muslims and Christians. My God died for me. Your God requires that that you die for him. That is the difference. Mrs. Mason Weaver, stay right or be left. Eternity is a long time to be wrong. You decide and you choose. Till next time. And by the way, before we go, my book, The 7 Principles of Success, is now done. It is now being published and produced. It will soon be out for your purchase. January 15th, we're going to have that book out. It's going to be published, shipped, and ready for you to buy. The advance sale, the advance principles are going to be changed. You will not be able to do an advance copy for that low price of $20 for 2 books. We're going to offer the rope and the 7 Principles of Success. Go to my website, clarenceamason.com. Subscribe to this video. Subscribe to what we're doing here. Share. Hit the little button at the bottom of your YouTube channel so you can be informed of all the things that we're doing. We got some great announcements coming up early this year on response to the terrorism that Facebook and Twitter and YouTube is putting on us. We're going to fight back, folks. So stay right or be left. Eternity is a long time to be wrong. This is Mason. God bless you.